Ready, break.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
I think that typically we expect teams to save their home run plays for later in the game when they feel like they have an advantage over a defense. But in this case, they thought they had the advantage right away and took the shot on the first play of the game and completed it successfully.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Again, it's Lawrence. And Ingram hauls it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Ready?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Vita Vea in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. That was a long, sustained opening drive, but in the end, only able to get 3, the field goal out of it.
And absolutely, you'll take the points and the early leads. You never give those back. But there will be a little bit of disappointment that they didn't punch it in for 6 after that kind of yardage and that kind of drive that they had.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Brady gives this to White. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The Buccaneers sit 6-3 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club is more than capable of turning things around, and I expect him to play really well here.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
72. Go 50.
Now Brady. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. First down, here's White. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Here's White. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year, number 8 overall. And the Buccaneers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
I'm ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Etienne up the middle. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 57 yards. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jags have retaken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check it. Sugar, sugar. Hey,
here's Brady to throw. And the ball is knocked out, and the Jags grab it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
They go play action with Lawrence. He's going to let this one go deep. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here at their own 15. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Let's go on. No, 66.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Devin Lloyd from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs.
Check it, reload. Hey, bolt 66. Check it.
Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. That's pulled in at the 32. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That one will set them back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. To try again after the sack, Lawrence. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now on 2nd and 13, Brady. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Regular.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Going deep this time for Miller. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On play action, Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job controlling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. That throw by Brady, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Shadow!
Now Brady. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Now Brady again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Chad Muma. And the Bucs will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack on 1st down, Lawrence. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From midfield now, Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
He's going to try to run for it. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A field goal the difference, a tight one through 2 quarters, and we are back and underway for the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. And what's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right.
Let's go!
White, he'll try the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it...
And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a play fake. Brady. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Extra point try now for Succop. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
White running to the left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
On play action, it's Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Brandon, has certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
This is taken at about the 14. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Lawrence will throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 29, Brady eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Cover!
To throw is Brady. Gets the check down throw to White. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. White again. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Leonard Fournette stops short of the marker on 4th down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. They go play action now. Lawrence on the move to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Pass incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Ready.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
Josh Allen, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Now, this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Inside handoff now to Fournette, and he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
No, 66. Alert. 388. Check it, reload.
In his own end zone, it's Brady. It's caught. This is White. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hey, Bolt 66. Alert.
Now Brady got to have this one. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. They run the draw play. This is White. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Alpha.
From just shy of midfield, Brady. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Regular. 72.
Now Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin, 27 yards. And the Bucs have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Here's Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Lawrence. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
On second down, a run with Etienne. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to throw, Lawrence. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now there's the timeout, signaled for with 2 seconds to go. And the field goal unit likely trying to send this one to overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Now a first throw here in overtime. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Josh Allen drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Returnable here from the 38. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Down inside the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now we'll see what Lawrence can do in overtime. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Straight ahead, Etienne. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Lawrence. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Logan Hall fighting through and dropping him for the sack. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Both offenses sputtering a little bit here in overtime, Charles, but give credit to the defenses and certainly credit to them on that last play. That is a huge interception.
I will absolutely do that. They deserve the credit because they forced a punt on the opening drive of overtime. You know no one wants to give up the ball in OT. And now you have them back out there knowing that it only takes a field goal to win this game. Big-time defensive plays being made.
What can Brady do now with his drive? And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a 1st down. And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. On 1st down, Brady. He's got White here. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going right side is White. He's got room at the 30. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 63 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.